Yeah.
No,
No, okay.
can't
Yes.
hear you.
Just checking that you can hear me.
Yeah.
It was on my headset, but there's 4 different settings to the sound on this headset. It's got stereo, it's got mono, it's got just regular Bluetooth, and then it's got something else I'm afraid to touch. So I put it back on stereo.
I was going to say, if it has mono, I wouldn't want to touch it either.
Yeah, really. Good morning, folks. How you folks doing out there this morning? I'm getting some kind of kissing disease, I guess. So where's my wife at? No, just kidding. How you feeling this morning, Mr. Kevin?
Doing all right, Tiny. How about yourself?
Fair to partly cloudy.
Kind of like the weather.
Yeah, I'll be doing all right though. Need to wake up a little bit. I was up and down a lot last night, but couldn't.
I didn't get home last night until 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's a long coin show.
Yes, it was. Well, it was a coin club.
Well, yeah, that coin club. I meant, sorry.
Well, the thing is, with me being one of the muckety mucks in Michigan State, I went out to Grand Rapids Coin Club last night, and it's a 2.5 hour drive for me.
Yeah.
So, and after the meeting, me and a couple of the members, we went out to get dinner, and because I hadn't eaten since lunch, so
Yeah.
Well, that is
nice.
good.
leaving Grand Rapids at 10:30 at night, that was a problem.
You
Yeah,
get
really.
sick on the way home.
Yeah, really. You definitely would have. You would have been pulling over to get you a candy bar or two on the way home for sure.
No, I pulled over and got gas and picked up some chips and some drinks. So
There you go. How you
well,
feeling?
yeah, it takes more than one tank of gas and for that round trip.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, 2.5 hours. Yeah. Going through downtown and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Starting, stopping. Well, not at night, but
well, that plus, I mean, it's summertime, so construction is in bloom.
yeah.
So yeah, of course, it took me over 3 hours to get there. So, well, yeah, one of the expressways was a parking lot. Literally, got up to one exit where they had one of those electronic signs, and it said "freeway closed" at the next exit. So it's like, okay, so that's why everything is closed off like this.
Yeah.
And then as I was just about to get to that exit, the exit that they were veering me off to, everything started opening up.
Oh wow.
So it's like, okay, I'm out of here. Boom.
Yep. How you feeling this morning, Bass Man?
I'm tired, but I want to show my picture. Well, not my picture.
Go on ahead and show the picture.
Okay.
What's the best way?
I worked hard on this.
Just share the screen.
Okay. There you go.
What do you think of that? I know Mr. Kevin doesn't like pictures of himself, but
yeah,
in a cartoon sort of way, that's pretty good.
I break megapixels.
Whoops. It went sideways. But anyway, I did that yesterday.
Yeah. Worked on that for about 7 hours, 8 hours.
Man.
Yeah. Bassman worked on it. And then I got on with him, and we worked on it together for, I know, at least 2 hours, and he had already put in 5 or 6 hours.
Oh well, we got on at 11 and got off at 4.
Well, okay, You know what? Then give me some liposuction on this side of the picture.
Yeah, that is the one problem with doing pictures like that. once that goes 2-dimensional, it comes flat.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
face looks wider. The marks around the eyes and stuff, I had to put a lot of that in. Otherwise, you just look like a big tan spot.
Yeah, where you were turned sideways, this shadow right here turns flat whenever you get into it.
Yeah, your fans got it right. I could be selling propane and propane accessories.
Oh, hey, yeah. Well, that's the same kind of cartoonish type look. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I never thought of him as Hank Hill. Bobby. Oh.
That boy ain't right.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and say hello to the fine folks.
Okay, so we got Mr. Jack Allman saying hello from Marion, North Carolina. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Hopefully your package arrived safe and sound. Should have gotten it yesterday if memory serves.
Nice. Cgriller Stacker, member of the channel, and a great channel in his own right. You need to go over and check out Cgriller Stacker. Very informative videos, and they're fun. Good morning, Bassman Kevin, Yosemite Stan, and my fellow Looney Tunes. Oh, you
know what? Instead of the fireball, we should have done merry-go-round broke down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was better.
I seen that font, and it said Looney on it, and I was like, Looney Tunes. So I got to do it. Then I did the background, and then Bassman found another one with a darker circle. No, I had one with the darker circle in the middle, like the original one. And then he found one that had a really nice looking curtains around it and a lighter circle. So I cut the circle out of the little one and put in the other one.
Mm. Well, that would make more sense because, I mean, the Looney Tunes, I mean, it's a darker red on the outside.
Yeah,
and it
well,
brightens up going to the middle.
The one he had, the darker red part was real flat. And I found a different one, and he put it up because it kind of gradiented down to yellow.
Mm-hmm.
But the middle was the wrong color. So he switched the middle part.
But you know what? Being able to do the graphics and stuff, I mean, you can layer that stuff and drop shadows and make it look spot on.
Yeah. Oh, that Kevin face thing, the cartoon. I had to start combining layers after a while because there were so many layers going.
Scroll down like 2 minutes.
You scroll way down there to find something.
Okay, then you need to learn that once you have a layer exactly how you want it, to flatten an image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to flatten the whole image, but what I did was like I might put in 2 little marks around your eyes, and then I'd make a layer. And I'd make another thing. So finally, I made one called eyes and flattened all of them together.
Well, could you, instead of flatten, can you group the layers and then
just
minimize the group?
Yes,
merges them down.
You can do a group and show it as one layer, but have it broke into layers.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Talking with Graphics.
Yes.
Yeah. Not to toot our own horns though, but Bassman and myself, we're getting
no,
good.
You guys are good.
GIMP 101.
GIMP 101.
Oh no, you guys are GIMP 501, if you ask me. Yeah, that's the graduate program.
We've been
going for our doctorate, dang it.
Yeah, we've been playing with it for a long time now.
We got channel member Mr. Robert Pintoff in the house saying hey to Jack and Cgriller Stacker. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Who's that guy?
I have no idea.
Marcel. Yeah, fan. Oh, you coming to say hello? Well, hello there.
She said her name.
Hey, Madam Marcel.
Good morning. This is the prettiest
morning,
poodle I've ever seen. I never liked poodles. Whenever we were searching for a service dog for Zoe, she was like the third one that came available. And I was thinking, and Laura was thinking the same thing, poodles. Now, other poodles still don't look quite right to me, but for some reason, she's just beautiful. Maybe it's because, she's here and, she is as pretty as she is, but I don't know. Poodles just never were my thing. Good morning, Yelp fan. Sorry to get off track there.
Miss Amy Harrell, moderator and channel member, saying hello to Mr. Robert Pintoff.
Good morning, Miss Amy. Saying good morning, everyone, with the hug. It is the one, the only. Get on man.
Oh, you got some hang time on that.
Well, it's Friday. You gotta, because
Give
this
that
week has
little
been drawn out. You gotta draw it out.
Got to give that something.
Yep. I'm glad to hear you're doing better, Mr. Goldman.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, kiddo man. Good to see you. There's my buddy. I'm going to take this one, Mr. Andy Tomlin. Friend of mine from Canada, does the CB talking over the airwaves stuff like I do in my free time. Has a good channel in his own right. Does what he calls Radio Gate, where he talks down into the United States from Canada and overseas, and he's got a good channel. And if you like watching the CB thing or think you would like, you hear him talking back and forth with people and getting these sends and returns. Pretty good. Good morning, brother. Good to see you, buddy.
Nice.
I've known Andy for years. I've known Andy longer than I've known Bassman. I've known Andy.
Oh, Andy, welcome.
Yeah. Love you, baby. You guys be careful, or you be careful. Sorry.
Bye, Miss Lala.
Baby bye, Miss Lala.
Baby Huey 123 saying good morning to Tiny Bassman and hey, to me too.
Yeah.
Hope all have a great weekend and a happy Friday. Yes, sir.
Good morning, baby Huey 123. Good to see you, my friend. Mr. Bandit Jones, member of the channel. It's Friday. Tiny Kevin, a Bassman. Good morning, sir.
Scott S. saying good morning to everyone, anyone, and someone. The entire one family has been covered. Good morning, sir.
The triplets. I always wondered why, I guess it's just kind of a funny thing or a silly thing to be funny whenever, they name twins and triplets and quadruplets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Names that sound similar, like like on Rugrats, the twins were Phil and Lil. But there's been I can't even remember their names now. I went to
Huey, Louie, and Dewey.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Echo and Jekyll.
Echo and Jekyll. Yeah, I went to a school with a set of twins, and their names were like really, really close.
Well, you also have the Raggedy family who have Ann and Andy.
Yep. Raggedy Ann and Andy. Stayed up late and got up early. I need a nap.
We can do that. We have the technology.
Yes.
I have the technology. And I have the disease condition to be able to nap anytime I want.
You have the predilection. You have the ability.
I have the ability. It's my
Tiny.
It's my superpower.
Tiny and I'd be on the back room a lot more often if we could ever get our naps synchronized.
Yeah. I'll text him and I'll be like, "You want to chat?" and I'll be
Wait.
sitting in the stream waiting for him because I know he's going to say BRT, be right there. And then if I know he's awake, now sometimes it's like I was getting ready to take a nap, and I had just got up from a nap, so I'm like, so he's right. We need to start texting each other. I'm getting ready to take a nap and go.
Yeah, really. Ready, begin.
Ready, set, go. Mr. KG Coins and Miss Smiles. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Good to see you. Chew. Good morning. You were busy there, Mr. Kevin. I figured I'd go ahead.
That's all right. I'm just adding on to the shipping list.
Oh, okay. Good morning, Chew. Good to see you. Welcome.
Mr. Jack Gallman is saying, yes, he did receive the package and asking if he can call after the stream this morning. Yes, sir, by all means.
Nice. I don't know about this guy. He's a channel member and a moderator. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah,
Fast
you
man,
know
did you
what?
do that?
Shady characters. I mean, you know what? They come out of everywhere.
For some reason, it says he's a managing moderator on the Tiny Numismatics channel.
What? How did that happen?
I don't know. Good morning, sir. Good. Let's see. There he is.
Mr. Silver Gator. Hi, how y'all are? I'm so glad for me to see you. I guarantee. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Gator. Good to see you. That was like old times. Thank you, man. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to one another. I like it. Hey, Mr. Kevin Hawthorne. Good morning from Lakeland, Florida. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sorry, the doctor's office just called and was checking up on me. That's unheard of nowadays. Doctor actually calling and checking on you? I like it.
You know what? Hopefully you're doing better. You're feeling better. It sounded like you were back at work. So, I mean, hey, we're pulling for you, man.
Yep. So, Mr. Kevin, you were showing us something there before the stream.
Oh, yeah.
You mind if we give a little show and tell on what you just happened to... Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Oh, wrong one. That's Star Trek.
That's Star Trek.
Sorry.
That's the flip communicator.
That's the As soon as I said it, I started
beam me up, Scotty.
Flipping it open. Sorry. Check this out, folks.
Very close. Look at it.
Yes, that is in phenomenal condition. Whoa. Oh, look at that. Would you just look at it? I mean,
look at that. Look at that wheat.
I was going to say, you could see kernels.
Yeah.
Got a ribbon that you can see the knot in. I mean, that's awesome.
Mr. Bill Driscoll, good morning, sir. Look at that, folks. Wow. Picked this up last night.
Yep.
At nice.
At the Grand Rapids Coin Club meeting.
That's amazing condition.
Yes.
I'll say it every time I see one of those coins. Somebody loved that coin.
Yeah, here's another nice original one.
Oh, here we go. Wait a second. Alrighty. Oh, now we're talking. I was excited about the last one, but this one's just whoa. Holy smokes.
That's also about 30 years younger.
Yeah, that needs to be graded though. I mean,
yeah, well, unfortunately it wouldn't have any bell line, any full bands. So
yeah. Yo fans trying to buy it now. It is very nice. Very nice pickups. So how was the meeting itself? Did they have a pretty good meeting over there? Because I know you don't normally go to that one.
Yep. I don't normally go to this meeting. It was great seeing how other clubs preside over their meetings. So definitely gave me a lot of great insight. But no, they had about, I want to say, over 30 people there. And for coin clubs, you always hear, oh, we're in decline. There's no new members. There's no young people. There had to be at least 10 people there below the age of, okay, I'm going to raise it up to 50. But for coining around, I mean, 50 is actually a pretty good age for being on the younger side.
They can't all be as young as we are, Mr. Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm banging on the door of 50. I mean, I've got my foot reared back and I'm just getting ready to stomp that door in on 50.
Hey, I'm going to take advantage as long as I can to say that whenever I enter the room, I drive the median age down by a decade.
Yeah. I'm the youngest person in the room with a full gray white beard. That's saying something. But coin collectors have, throughout history, always been older folks, predominantly gentlemen. There are a lot of ladies in the hobby, and I think that's absolutely amazing. Now, when you find a younger kid, and kid, 18, 20 years old, that's amazing. And I mean, like Zoey. Zoey's 14 years old.
Oh yeah,
knows more about coin collecting than a lot of people that have been in it for a while.
Oh yeah.
But that's because, she got excited about it, something to do with her dad. And she just wanted to, I started with the pennies and I tricked her, but then she got hooked. And I knew she would because she's got my same, focusing ability to get on stuff. But yeah, she loves it. And that's a rare thing. Rare thing. Hopefully she sticks with it.
Yeah, I was encouraged. I mean, there was a father there. He had to be in his early 30s. He had his young daughter there, and
Nice.
they were both engaged. There was there was a young gentleman. I wouldn't even give him 20 years old, and he went to Colorado for the ANA summer seminar this year.
Nice.
He just got back, and he was over at his table and he was slinging coins like old poker player.
Oh, nice.
No, it was just awesome to see that participation there. And people keep saying that it's a dying hobby. The people are aging out, and it's like, no, you just don't know where to look, because they're out there. They are.
Yep. And you get these folks that, unfortunately pass on, and they leave their collections to somebody. One of two things. They're going to get interested if they've never dealt with them, but they know, Grandpa has a coin collection. It's in his will. It's going to come to me. What do I do? The shock of it. What do I do? Do I sell it? No, Grandpa gave it to me, so I should keep it. Maybe pass it down to my kids. Okay, I'm keeping it. Maybe I might sell some of them, but I'm going to keep the majority of it. Now let's delve in to see what these coins are, where they've come from, how many are made, what's the value in them, and even I've known guys that have gotten collections by mistake. Like I used to know these brothers that would buy lockers, empty or defunct storage lockers. People didn't pay their fees and stuff like that, and they would auction them off, and they would buy them. Well, they got a big coin collection out of one. And he was like, oh, yeah, we could sell this stuff. There's good stuff. He started looking up the prices of these things, and looking up the prices, you get information whether you like it or not. You want to get information about these coins. And he started getting information, and then he said, wow, this is the first year they made this. Well, how long did they make them for? And do I have any of the other ones? I do have other ones. Is there a complete, it just one thing leads to another. And before you know it, that snowflake is a snowball bigger than you can grab. I mean, it's a very, 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 it's an awesome hobby. I mean, it's the only hobby you can spend all your money, be broke, but still have money.
Yep.
I
mean, yeah, you'll still have money.
Yep. Met a high school kid a few years ago into coin collecting. We became friends and went to the local coin dealer together. He went to college, and the next thing I know, he's working for Stacks and Bowers.
Wow. You know what? Some of these kids are they are sharp as I ain't saying sharp as a tack. I mean, it's an older saying, but I mean, you know what? These kids are sharp.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Now, granted, they do a little bit too much of this to look up their prices. But you know what? It takes people a while to figure out what they got, what the price is, yeah, some of us, we have a gray sheet that's right next to us that we look up in. Although some of us need to learn a little bit of discretion, but I mean, hey, not all of us can go off to the side and look it up. But I mean,
right.
Yeah,
there's nothing like somebody. Oh, I don't have a magazine here, but somebody walking up to your table and going, they got a copy of the newest gray sheet in their hand. And they're, no, that's. I find that to be rude. There's nothing wrong with, okay, you walk up and you say, oh, he's got an 1887 mortar. Really good condition, ungraded, and you've got it sitting there. Walk away. Come back to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, chances it's not going to go anywhere.
Chances are it's going to be there 5 minutes from now.
Right. Walk away. Go to another table, or look at the next table, get a couple things you're looking for or looking at, and then step to the side. They have places for you to sit down. Just thumb through that gray sheet or look it up on your phone and then go back.
And you know what? Normally when I go to a coin show, the way I see it, a customer should take 3 passes around the room at least. First pass is to see what you like. Second pass is to see if you can find the right price for it, see who else has it. Third time is when you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
You find the right price, you find the right dealer, boom.
The haggling begins. That's my favorite part of a coin show. Well, you've got 200 on it. Let's it looks like I don't know. I'm not sure at 200. You play that little. You got to play the game. But
no, pretty much you're gonna get you're gonna get the looky-loo. You're going to get and here. Okay, you're interested in this 1880s Morgan dollar. Very nice condition, marked 146.
Right.
Yes. So that's the best you can do on it. So, yeah, I would be taking a look, flipping it around.
You might look.
You'll notice that there are like little codes on the back.
Yeah.
That a lot of the dealers have, and they're all different. Some are letters, some are numbers. Mine just happen to be a number.
Right.
And it's like, okay, I can figure out what I paid for it. And it's like, okay, I can do 140. Oh, yeah, that's nice. But I mean, can you do this? Then you hem and you haw and you try to haggle back and forth.
Yeah, you got those ones. It looks like $135 coin to me. That's the ones. That's
It's
the
like,
ones
yeah,
that
you
I
know
never
what?
liked.
You're fighting over $5.
Right. Right.
Well, I have this into it, so I mean I can't go that low. So I mean, yeah, I can still do the
Right.
140.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so
They have to. I'm not really buying that coin, folks.
No, you're not. It's already sold. Yeah,
I'm
don't let Compton know.
Ooh, Compton. Nice.
Compton just finished the purchase on that.
Oh, nice.
So that's getting sent out today.
Here's a question for us. And everyone in the chat. I picked up not one, but two 1889 S trade dollars. Very fine 35, not counter stamped. One cleaned, one not. 225 each. My friends in the chat helped me out with condition, which is appreciated so very much. Opinions help.
Traded dollars, $200 for 200, 225 for a very fine. I mean, yeah, that's sounds about right. 89S, I don't know the particulars on that date, but you know what? I can look those up quickly enough. I'll just come over here and I'll do a quick lookup. But 225 seems to be about the right price. One cleaned, one not. You know what? 140-year-old coin. Something's going to have touched it in that time.
Right. Yeah. Especially them trade dollars. I mean, those were.
Well, yeah, those were traded in the Far East. I mean,
right. They were in a lot of pockets.
You're lucky. Yeah, you're lucky. There's no chop marks. Like
right.
you said.
What? I have two fake Morgans. Yeah, I remember when you found them, buddy. Two people wanted to buy them, said they collect them. I said, okay, but I'm stamping copy on them. They both declined.
Well,
these are active people in our community.
Are you okay? Was that a trade? Okay. Trade dollar or Morgan dollar, Robert?
Is a trade dollar. Sorry.
No, No, there's a reason I'm asking. There were no trade dollars in 1889. 1889 would be a Morgan.
Oh, okay.
78, yeah. Trade dollars ended with the Morgans coming online. So 78 was the last year.
Yeah. I did not know that. Learning from Mr. Cat. I always learn from Mr. Cat.
73 to 78 are the trade dollars.
Yeah, something does sound odd about them wanting fake Morgans, saying they collect them. I've known people to collect fake Morgans, but they keep them far, far, far away from their regular collection.
Yeah, most people that with fake Morgans, a lot of them are using them for education nowadays. 78S. Looks like VF35 condition on a 78S. Wholesale is $290. So
smoking deal.
So yeah, the one that's uncleaned, not cleaned, or still has a good original patina, you got a great deal. The 225 number, pretty much for that wholesale cost, that would get you down to a fine 15. Retail, that would be a very good. And with clean coins, I normally just step it down one grading category. So a very fine would go down to a fine. So I would say, yeah, you're pretty much right on the money with both of them.
Nice deal, Mr. Pentoff. Very nice.
And vintage on that is 4.1 million. So, yep.
Those are some nice coins, Mr. Pentoff. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
The other great thing was meeting the kid's grandfather who introduced him to collecting. That's why this hobby is all about. Yep. Share, share.
Yep. And yeah, it's family tradition. I mean, little did I know it, my uncle collected coins as a kid. My grandma was a fan of the Kennedy $50. And I ended up getting part of my great-grandfather's coin collection.
Whoa.
Got a whole bunch of V nickels and barber coinage.
Very nice.
So, yeah.
This is what's nice. Well, yeah, just being around like-minded people. It's nice. Yep.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. Well, Mr. Pentoff, here it is. The estimate mark adds $50 at least. Well, in your case, it almost added 75.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you, Cgriller Stacker. Did your kids get into coin collecting?
Scott. Very happy with all the coins I purchased from Kevin. Thank you. Bandit, man. Hey, as I tell everybody, I try to have coins available that if they don't sell, I'd be glad to have them in my collection. So, I mean, if it's good quality, I mean, it's good. I try to have it for you guys.
Yeah. Here's another one from Silver Gator. Kevin, I got my coins from the auction. Great as usual.
Awesome.
Nice. Yo fan, yes and no. They appreciate the hobby and look at them, but no passion for the hobby. That's all right though. At least they're looking. I mean, that's the first step. Hey, check this out. What do you think of that? You know, and then they look like, oh, that's pretty.
But you know what? You're instilling it into them and it will associate the coin hobby with you.
Yep.
And once they're more appreciative of that, that's when it hits them, and that's when they get into it. Me, I was just very particular about having all the dates in order.
Right. Break them down into decades, and then go through all of like a box of pennies. You're looking for the Wheaties, of course. When you're young, you're looking for the wheat cents. Put all your wheat cents together, but as you're going through, you're putting, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and then
you're trying to fill up the holes. I need a 43.
Yep.
Well, this 43 looks gray. It's not red like the others or brown like the others.
Yeah. What's up with that? Yeah. But little do we know, Bassman has a copper 40.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, my copper 43. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Somebody sent it to him.
Yep.
It's a very cool looking coin though. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, it's flawless. Flawless. It grade 66, 67 easy. We're talking, $1 million coin. It's amazing.
It just doesn't weigh right.
Something funny about the scale. You got to put your thumb on the edge of the scale to get it to weigh right. I don't know what it is.
And it's sticking to the magnet. It's sticking to this magnet.
I haven't tried the magnet on it, but I did put a scale to it, and it was not right.
Yeah. Sure Blue. Good morning, sir.
And I wrote it on the flip real quick because I know darn good and well that I'll, if I hadn't, I'd pick it up and do something.
Silvergate, I have also inherited a coin collection from my uncle, mostly Morgans and Peace and many foreign coins. Nice.
Very nice.
Actually, my uncle is still working on his Indian head cent collection.
Nice. I try to educate them so at least they will know what they have when they inherit them. That's good information. I mean, if you think about it, coin collecting actually starts before you inherit the collection. Just like he says, you're educating them on what they have before they get it. So when they do get it, it's not a, oh my gosh, I got all this stuff. What is it? What do I do with it? I don't want to get, I don't want to do wrong with it. So, well, if you're educating them before they get it, that's the starts of coin collecting right there.
Yep.
And then once they get it, whether they know it or not, they're a coin collector.
Yep.
Because now they have a collection. There's no two ways about it. They are a coin collector.
If you're a coin collector and you're collecting coins and you get out of it, let's say, all right, when you pass those coins on, they're either going to go to a family member or whatever that will start collecting, or continue the collection, or they'll go back to the bank, and then other coin collectors will try to get them.
Yeah,
So
I've seen that. Oh,
that's a shame too. The family just dumps them.
Yeah. Well, the best way that I've ever heard it is that we don't own the coins. We're the current custodian,
right,
for the coins. And when we move on, then somebody else will become the custodian of our collection.
Unless you're like Tiny and you're going to bury them.
Yep.
With you,
All the 76 stuff is going with me. All going with me.
Man, you're gonna give your pallbearers a hernia, man. I mean, come on.
I weigh 320 pounds. Of course they're going to get a hernia. Just what's an extra 40 pounds of walker? I mean, what's an extra 40 pounds of
only 40 pounds?
Yeah.
I'm like
140 maybe.
Like I'm conservative with my weighing. 87 pounds. 87 pounds. Still looking for them. People are like, hey, you want these? Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it's got some scratch. I don't care. It's got a drummer boy on it.
Yep. Like we used to say in World of Warcraft. We're the Horde.
Yep.
Sure blue. I inherited a large amount of Morgan and Peace dollars as my grandparents didn't trust the banks and owned a children's clothing chain when everyone paid for goods with their silver coins. I miss them. Oh, I bet you do. You do. Sir. But that's an amazing collection to get. Somebody else got a collection from an uncle here a while back. I'm not saying any names, but it's impressive. It's impressive. Found it in a bag in the cooler of they had one of the old Coke coolers.
Oh yeah.
The big open Coke coolers. Found it in an original bank bag from the 50s.
Zang.
It wasn't all one coin. It was separate coins, but there were separate bank bags and little bags separating them in that bag. I got a chance to look at it. Not in person, but it's amazing. It was amazing.
My dad
was all written down and in order. Oh, it was beautiful. Beautiful.
My dad used to try to collect coins, and he didn't collect much, but then he started that, like a lot of people do, take your change and put it into a container or something.
Oh,
he had one of the he at one time had one of those glass water jugs that goes on the dispensers.
Oh wow.
Completely full of coins. They broke in and stole them, and in order to steal it, they had to take 2 pillowcases, put them together, and put the bottle down in the pillowcases to carry it out between 2 people.
Oh wow!
And
that's horrible.
there ain't no telling what was in it, because it wasn't just old coins, so it was worth a lot of money. Period. But there was bound to be. I know he had a 3-cent piece that he had over in a drawer, and a like an old dime, and some old coins that he knew were old. But they stole everything.
You know what? He would know who to tell the police to look for, because I would say go to the emergency rooms and find the 2 crooks that have a hernia.
Yep.
Right. Ones with bad backs. Yep, that's them. Walking over.
Them.
Yep.
They caught them. They knew who it was. It was somebody pretty local to them that just broke in their house and found it. But I mean, they didn't know they had them. But once they broke in, they said, "Hey, we'll get this," and they carried it out.
When I was a kid, I used to have one of those Coke bottle banks that stood about 3.5 feet tall, 4 feet tall.
Yeah.
I had that sucker full.
Nice.
And I would just sort it all out. So
But you talk about finding the thieves with a hernia.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in the Navy and I was on duty one night, I went down and when I went downstairs, somebody had tried to rob the first floor cash machine, dollar exchange.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's about 5 feet long. It was when this was back in the 70s. It was a big thing. They got between them, and they got on each end of it and picked it. It sat down onto the wall, like went in and dropped down. They got it between them and picked it up and got it off the wall. And then it crushed one of them because he backed into a wall with it.
Mm.
And they finally got it in a shopping cart and rolled it out and poured it into the car. They tried to put it in the back seat of their car, and it fell over. And when they caught him, the whole back floorboard of the car was full of change. They had started putting it in their hubcaps. They took the hubcaps off their car and was filling it with that. And they were on an island, which it's Mare Island is in the north side of San Francisco Bay.
Where are they going to go?
They went. That's what's funny. They didn't. They immediately locked down the base. Shut the bridges down, so they couldn't get off. They went to the north end of the island, or the far end, where there was those gun turret thingies built into the ground. They went there and was unloading all the chains, and like I say, using the hubcaps to carry it over and pour it into their trunk and stuff like that. And they here they come driving back out of the, they were looking all over the base for me. Here they come driving back out with their car sitting down on its wheels. Back wheels was, dragging, here they came.
Okay, so I don't know how much change they got, but okay, let's see here. They broke the wall. They broke their backs. They broke the shopping cart. They got into the car. They broke the floorboard in the car.
Yeah.
Then they put it into the hubcaps. Then they put it into the trunk, which probably broke their suspension.
Yes.
Was it really worth it for that much change?
Well, and then they got caught.
And then they got caught. So it's like, okay, but
because those old change machines held hundreds and hundreds of pounds of change.
Oh yeah, it took 3 of them to lift it off of the rack on the wall, and then like I say, soon as they got the weight off the wall, they started backing up, because it was going, and they just went with it, and it ran that one into the wall and crushed him, against the wall.
Serves him right. Can't
Yeah.
stand a thief.
Oh,
But
it was,
I mean, you watch them, and it's just going like this, back and forth, trying to get up on it. The only thing comes to my mind is
yeah, yeah. I'd
Keystone
like to
Cops
add the
out there
video.
running around.
Oh,
The
literally,
video
welcome
with
to the
that one would have
circus.
been worth it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
Talking
we
about being the
did.
custodians of the coins. Cgriller
Yeah.
says that's a great way to look at it. Yep, absolutely. Because after all, our currency, coinage and paper money, is property of the government.
Yeah. This one really was. It was on a Navy base. So
Yeah, that's horrible. Were they Navy or were they civilians?
no,
They were Navy.
Navy.
Ah,
They
So they
robbed.
didn't even get jail. They got the brig.
They robbed their own barracks, and they were like on the 3rd floor, but they robbed the 1st floor one because they figured they could just lift it off the wall, run it out, throw it in the trunk of their car, and drive away. And then they were going to go hide, get the coins out, throw the change machine in the ocean, and come back, park their car, and nobody would notice it, and they would just
something's wrong with
break the suspension. They break the yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like this. What's wrong with the shocks on the back of your car? Oh, I don't know. I hit a pothole. Why does it sound like a can full of rattling bags when you pull out?
Yeah.
Scott
Can you
S.
imagine all that change shifting while you're driving or anything, just slide.
Scott S. says, I still kick myself every day. I used to steal nickels and dimes and quarters from my dad's books when I was a kid. God only knows what they'd be worth today.
Yeah.
Silver Gator, if you've got a smartphone, Android or Apple iPhone, you can go to the App Store and get an app called CoinScope. All you have to do, download it, go into it, put the coin under the phone, get it on the camera, take a picture of it. It will give you all the information, mintages, the year it was made, pictures of it, variations, types, everything right there on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried and tried and tried to find a coin that this thing doesn't know about. Haven't found one yet. And I'm talking foreign. I'm talking United States currency, UK, Mexico, overseas in the Philippines, Germany. I've tried everything. The off the wall random coins, CoinScope, right on your phone, and all you got to do is take a picture of it. It'll tell you everything you need to know about it. Hope that helps. Miss Amy's Bake Teller had $5 in Kennedys, thus no FG or silver, and 3 bicentennials. So in this way, she will save things for me. Nice. We're the caretakers for sure. I think I will need a safe work. I think I'll need a safe word to confirm the deal at Amy. Yep. Mr. Driscoll's going to cut the grass. Thank you, sir.
I think I'm coming on out this morning.
I sold
15 folks still in the audience. Hit that thumbs up, please.
Yep,
you don't know how much it helps.
Yep, sure does. Interaction's what YouTube wants. Interaction is what I try to do with you folks every time I'm on here. Whether YouTube knows about it or not, I love doing this. I love coming in and seeing you folks. It brightens my day. I mean, it really does. Azure Blue sold one of the Morgans he inherited about 20 years ago. I got a small fortune for it then, but regret selling it every time I think of my grandparents. Ugh. I rarely sell my coins. It takes an extremely special circumstances to let them go. I hear you, sir. Completely understand.
Get the cable, Amy. Plug it in.
Yeah, 5%. Man.
Let's see. That's a good song. The Mad Mad World. Bandit Jones is heading out. Have a great weekend, sir. You too, buddy. 1970, local paper said a guy's house got broken into. They stole $5,000 of silver quarters. That would be worth $100,000 today.
Oof.
And that's, oh, wow. Did I ever tell you the story about pennies? Guy that was kind of connected to the Chicago mob. His name, they called him Pennies because he was always getting change. Well, when he passed away, his kids went in his house and they seen pictures and stuff in odd places. They pulled one of the pictures off the wall, to start taking them down to clear out his house. And they found tape, old masking tape on the wall. Pulled the masking tape off, a couple of these holes, and was looking. Well, they really didn't see anything till they peeled off one of them and looked in it, and there was change right on the inside of the hole. He had filled the first floor of his house with change in the wall. Under the carpets was paper money. Under the rugs, oh yeah, didn't trust banks. Was getting money somehow, we'll say, from his line of work, I guess we'll say. And yeah, he would take all his change and put in the walls. It was millions of dollars. It was crazy. Could you imagine what was on the bottom?
Man.
I mean, this was in the 50s, 60s or something like that. So everything was in there was silver and copper.
Yeah. Circulating coins back in some of that time was also gold.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
so
wow.
I mean, just imagine you might have some $2.50 pieces in there.
Man.
You might have some fives.
I read about that somewhere when I lived in Wisconsin. I was going down to Chicago all the time for like concerts and stuff like that. Going to watch football games and stuff. I heard about that from I went to a coin shop and he had a piece of, I think it was in a newspaper or something, or maybe he just knew about it. But yeah, I heard that from a coin dealer. Yes, what an interesting find. Absolutely. I spent some of my mom's collection of silver coins back in the 60s. Ooh.
Oh, back in the 60s, all the money was silver.
I remember taking, my mom and dad had a pop machine, one of those old Coke machines with the little bottles that you pull out.
Mm-hmm.
And they had it in the house because they were always having meetings and stuff at the house. And, it was just cool. This was in the early 80s, mid 80s.
Mm-hmm.
But I can remember taking the key from my dad's desk drawer and opening it up and taking the change out of it and going to Dairy Queen, which was right down the road. Who knows? A bunch of that could have been silver too. I mean, it was in the 80s. There was still silver floating around.
A little bit, but still. Yeah. Thing is, 65, 6, and 7, they worked so doggedly to try to get the silver coinage out of circulation.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just pumping out clad night and day. I mean, that's
right.
Take a look in your change. You'll find a whole bunch of 1965.
Yeah.
Quarters, the dimes, 65 is everywhere. Why? Because they made it in the billions because they were replacing all the change that was in circulation.
I'd like to be hunting Kennedy $half back then.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that one box me and Bassman seen. It's like 187 silver coins come out of one box.
One box.
And we're not just talking like Kennedys and Franklins. We're talking Walkers. We're talking Barbers.
Oof.
Yeah. There were some nice coins coming out of that box.
Somebody had dumped the collection. Had to be that
for sure. I mean, I've heard tell of it, but this is one instance that I believe it's true, is weighing the boxes to see what's in there, see how much is in there. Like they used to do with baseball cards. You know, you can weigh baseball card packs and figure out what kind of extra special cards are in there.
Oh, yeah.
Like if they're thicker, stuff like that, if they're made heavier, you know. But
I mean, heck, you get a relic card in there and it's a knob of a baseball bat.
Yep. I've got a Don Mattingly with a baseball bat on it. Yep. I've got an autograph Don Mattingly thanks to Bassman.
Oh, Zang.
Yep. But Don Mattingly was my Donnie Baseball. Still not in the Hall of Fame. How do you get a name like Donnie Baseball? Not self-given by writers for baseball and other players call him Don. The man was a genius in baseball.
But you know what?
Not in the Hall of Fame because he don't have a championship.
Hey, you know what? If Donnie Baseball don't get in, I mean, hey, Sweet Lou isn't in.
Right.
I mean, he was better than all the second basemen out there. And yeah, different athletes, they get snubbed for the era that they're in and for what they didn't do.
Right. All righty. It's been an hour overtime.
We're in overtime. We're working overtime.
Yep. I wish I could throw that box of coins on the. Oh, Bassman's internet went out.
Oh.
His internet's been going out on him all morning.
Yeah, he was earlier in the chat. He was texting something to that effect.
Yeah.
Well, as I'm sorting Canadian coins here, pretty much, I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming on out here this morning. But it's afternoon now, so I mean, I really can't say morning. But it's still morning for some of you, so I mean, it's passable. All right. So, hey, great seeing everybody. Had a great time. Tiny, Bassman, if you're out there, thank you so much for everything you do for me. And I love coming up here. It makes my day. Thank you to each and every one of you. If it weren't for you, we'd just be talking to ourselves. And you know what? I've done that. It's not fun. Now, when I respond to myself, that's when I start to get that's when I start to wonder.
They make medication for that.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. Stop it. Okay. All right. So, hey, if you're in the Michigan area this weekend, I'm not going to be set up. I'm going to be helping at somebody's table up at the Polish American Numismatic Society's summer show up in Warren, Michigan at the Macomb Community College. It is the largest club-based show. It is an international show. Oh, wow. And it's a wonderful time. So I hope to see some of y'all there. But for now, I'm Kevin with Coins Making Sense, your spot for the dissemination of information to the numismatic nation. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a good day and have a good weekend.
Got Ken of mine, Cgriller Stacker, Miss Amy Harrell. Absolutely Zoey Strong, Yoke fan. Yes, he did. That's all I got to say about that. Cgriller Stacker says, Tiny, send me your Steph rookie card and I'll get it signed, send it back to you. It's not going nowhere. I mean, it might be. Oh, I'd love to get it signed. That would be cool. All right, you guys have a good weekend. And I know Bassman loves you guys and loves coming up here each and every day. We love having Mr. Kevin and Bassman and all you fine folks come in. And just like that, you guys have a good weekend. I love each and every one of you, and I hope this finds you guys safe and healthy. And you guys don't forget to check that pocket change because you never know what you got in your pocket until you look.